What's up, you guys? Thank you so much for watching. Welcome back, and welcome if you're new. So in this video, I would like to talk about Halloween. It's going to be Halloween topic, so if Halloween isn't your thing, I'm sorry. I love Halloween, you guys. I do. If it's not your if it's not your cup of tea, go back, watch some of my other videos, come back for a new one. I'll see you soon, hopefully. But yeah, this is going to be primarily on Halloween and the tradition, okay? Because I have been watching some videos on Halloween and how it has changed throughout the years since COVID, I believe. Do you guys remember when we were kids? I'm 28. So I know that Halloween probably was different for some of my 40 and 50-year-olds who may be watching me. I know that it's probably been different. It probably was even more fun when y'all were kids. But I remember when I was a child, I could not wait for like October 12th to come around, okay? My family and I, at the time, they're not my family anymore, but when Halloween would roll around, they would buy pumpkins, and we'd have our own personal pumpkins, and we'd carve them. We'd carve out the icky stuff inside of it, throw it away. Some people even cooked those seeds. I had no idea that they even cooked them and you can actually eat them. I never did that when I was a child, but we carve them out, and then I would carve faces, funny faces. And then you just couldn't wait for Halloween Town to come out. Halloween Town, the movie. You couldn't wait for Hocus Pocus. First one, not the second one. I'm pretty upset about that, but that's a different story. All of these great Halloween movies would come on, right? And whether you were going trick-or-treating or you were staying in for like a midnight movie, you still had something to do, right? I remember my sister and I, my younger sister, not younger than me, but she's 2 years older than me, but younger than my older sister and brother. But anyways, you guys get the point. Her and I, we'd go trick-or-treating a lot, and we would get so much candy, you guys, and we'd come back, and sometimes we wouldn't even look through the candy. We would just go in, eat it all up. But you really want to make sure that your candy is actually good to eat. You know what I mean? Parents, I'm talking to y'all. But yeah, now as a grown man, I'm 28, okay? So this was back when I was 7, 8 years old. So 20 years ago. Wow. And even maybe like 15 years ago, because I was still trick-or-treating when I was even a teenager. So like 15 years ago. Looking back then compared to now, you guys, Halloween has changed tremendously. And the past 4 years, it hasn't been the same. And I know that there are many people who can relate when I say that, but you guys, what is going on? What is going on? I know that COVID came out. COVID was this huge thing still going around. People are still catching it. I don't know what the hell is it? You know, what the hell is COVID? It needs to go away. It needs to go away. It needs to disappear. Same with all of these diseases and all oh my gosh. But it came on 2020, 2019, COVID-19, and Halloween just wasn't the same. The past few years, I will say probably last year felt like Halloween the most in the past like 4 years. But even then, it's not your traditional, what we remember growing up, right? It's upsetting because creeps walk out at night, and during Halloween, you don't want to take your kids out. Halloween is supposed to be a holiday where you dress up, in a costume. It could be scary, it could be a cute little costume. You go with your siblings or you just go with your parents and you go get candy from people's homes, strangers' homes, right? When we were kids, we didn't know whose house we were going to. We were just happy to go grab their candy. We were like just so nonchalant about it. Nowadays, you can't even do that. And then with COVID, wearing masks, kids had to wear a mask to go get candy around COVID time. And even some people were putting candy through like tubes, so like they couldn't actually hand it to you. You had to get it from a tube. And now masks are lifted, thank the Lord, but still it's not even really as safe as Halloween is supposed to be. And I am well aware that a lot of us have found the Lord since COVID. I know hundreds of people who found their Lord and they worship their Lord, and some of them believe that Halloween is the devil. I don't personally agree, but I understand what they mean. But you know, everybody has different beliefs. But I'm still stuck on how Halloween used to be. And it's not like that anymore, you guys. 2 years ago, I went trunk-or-treating with my boyfriend and his niece, and we got all dressed up, took her to what we wanted to do first. We wanted her to get the experience of going to someone's home, knocking on their door, ringing on their doorbell, trick-or-treat, having your little basket, and just seeing what they're putting in there, you know, and then maybe just like telling, like, you know, when we were kids, and well, I know when I was a kid, I'd be like, oh, am I gonna get more than that? That's all the candy? Just one little piece? I was being greedy, right? When we had taken her trick-or-treating, she didn't want to go and knock on the door. She didn't want the traditional way that we remember. She wanted to go trunk-or-treating. Now, trunk-or-treating, I didn't really do that when I was a kid, but I do know that it's fun. Like, you go, you can still show off your costume. You see little other kids around you who has their costumes on, and you can see what they dressed up as, and then you go behind someone's vehicle and their trunk's open and they have candy waiting for you and they've decorated their back. So it's cute. It's very cute, and depending where you live and how many you might have around the area, you can get lots of candy, and it's probably safer because you can actually see who is handing you the candy, and there's plenty of other people around you instead of actually going to someone's house, stranger's home, knocking on the door, ringing on the doorbell. So yes, maybe back then it was creepier, but it was more fun because life was easier, you know what I mean? Like, kids nowadays, they have it hard. Probably each and every single one of all the kids, teenagers, young adults out there right now, because they have gotten it hard. Okay, I could not imagine ever raising a kid in today's society. For all those parents, hats off to you. Most respect. I give all my respect towards you guys, because that's a lot of work, okay? Society has become very destructive, and that's sad. You guys, if you guys are going out and trick-or-treating, those parents, those are my parents who take their kids out and still do the traditional trick-or-treating. Thank you. Chivalry is not, thank you for continuing to do that and keeping the tradition alive. I know that I might have some debate with that, because like, people kind of want Halloween to go away, but I'm sorry, you guys. I love Halloween. I love Halloween. And I will warn you guys, well, I'll probably warn you, disclaimer, in another video when I'm actually dressed up and stuff, but it's a different story. So if you are going out for Halloween this year, please, please, please be safe. Please be safe. Don't go running around. Kids, I'm talking about you. I know that, I know that when we're kids, we have a very open, imaginative mind, and we want to just run around, run the streets, listen to y'all's parents. I know that they can be hard and stubborn at times, but they love y'all, and please just be smart about y'all's decision. As smart as a child could be with their decision, okay? Because there's still creeps walking at night, and they love walking at nighttime, especially around holidays like that, okay? And there's more of them nowadays. There probably was some back then, but it wasn't really talked about or known as well. But now, every single day we run into a creep. Every single one. Every single one of us does run into someone if we are out and about. So all I gotta say is just please be safe. Please be careful. Let's try to make this Halloween one of the better ones since previous years. When I drive around and I do my delivery work, I see some people decorating for Halloween, and that makes me smile because that was the tradition, decorating your house, decorating your apartment, your trailer, whatever you have. Put a little pumpkin outside, like that. It's still alive, even though not many people celebrate it now. It's still alive. Like people are still trying to make it alive, you know what I mean? So I thank you for that. Just be safe this holiday season, this Halloween season, and wear some cool costumes. I would like to see some cool costumes, whether I see it here on YouTube from you guys, whether I see it out and about. I would love to see some really cool ones, and I feel like I'm going to see some really cool ones. Yeah, and if you are of age, 21 and older, I'm talking to you guys, be careful, please. In school, in college, and even just out and about, going to a club, please be careful. Don't drink and drive. I have another story about my first DUI that I had gotten. It is not worth it, you guys. We have to look out for one another, and I'm trying to be like an older brother, I guess you could say. It's not worth it. I promise you it's not. If you guys even have like chunk change, use that chunk change to get a little taxi or a little cab. As much as you guys don't like asking them for anything or wanting anything from them, ask them for some money, get you a cab to get you home safely. Do not get behind that wheel, okay? Please, I beg of you. I pray and beg. Okay, so I'm gonna wrap this video up with just saying, you guys be safe for Halloween. It's coming up very shortly. And if you have birthdays, happy birthday. If you have a birthday today, happy birthday. Yeah, let's make this Halloween a memorable one, okay? Let's be safe. I love you guys, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye. That was so silly. Okay, bye you guys. Love you guys.